when did the idea to do Eco Church as a scheme come about?
Well, I think it actually came about as a result of lockdown. It's part of lockdown. In March 2021, we did a Lent course, which was actually looking at a book which was very much related to Saying Yes to Life book, looking at eco values and the like, and as a church we engage with that, so that's in a way where we started from.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like it was very interesting when we started having that conversation and when we did that Lent course, there was a sense of pushing at an open door, that actually it wasn't that people hadn't thought about these things before, but it was that maybe they hadn't thought about them in relation to their faith.
And I think looking at that and knowing A Rocha as a group, it was a very simple process of accessing the tools that they gave you in order to look further and look deeper. And I remember you saying, I don't want this to just be a tick sheet. It needs to be more than that. And do you think it has been a tick sheet, or?
It's been a really good balance of having those kind of small things each month, which I think is important to the congregation, that they can kind of see things progressing, but also maybe having some wider commitments to including it in our prayer and teaching, to reflecting on it, as well as kind of bigger projects like the potential solar panels.
And I think looking at all those elements, there's a little bit that everybody part of the congregation can actually join in.
Yeah.
Even if they can't do or don't have a bias towards like campaigning or something or other, there's something that everyone can do in their everyday life, which I thought was really good.
I think it's helped to have a little team meeting together, because, you know, for instance, someone in the team has been really passionate about the cleaning products we use and things like that, and I don't find that personally very interesting. So I'm glad that someone's gone off and run with that. And we've been doing these eco tips of the month, which I think the congregation has quite liked. So we've put something in the newsletter each month about something to encourage people to do, and then we've put that up on the screens in the cafe, and sometimes you've made a fantastic board, and I think that's been a good way for people to engage in different ways, and for different members of the team to bring something that they're passionate about.
It's been more than just tick sheets. It has been people thinking, where does this come from scripturally, and when we apply it? You think about the campaigning that we did.
Yeah.
I know that that's had an impact on some members of the congregation who would never have campaigned before about eco and environmental issues, but have actually gone out and done it, and they're living their faith through it, which has been really good. And I think, you know, we're not the finished product at all. We're on a journey, and I think that's really good to know, and it's a long-term commitment, but it's one that we can do at our own pace, and bring people in when we get the expertise, and when we find people who've got, as you say, like passion for those areas. And I think because of what we do at St Stephen's, because we are so diverse with the cafe, as well as church, plus the children's work and everything, I think that's made a difference, because we're looking at wider issues. So the cafe is a whole massive piece of work. You know, we've got a starting, we know where our baseline is, we've got a starting place, but we need to move that forward. And I do also like that it's brought in a lot of younger people who've got a real passion for it, and I think that's important that us oldies look at that and actually say, this is important, this is really important for the next generation.
Yeah.
And we support the younger people as well as help work alongside you in order to do that. So
I definitely think it engages a wider range of people in the community, doesn't it? And I hope if we get to the point of these solar panels being approved and everything, that sort of the fundraising and all that will really engage the community in quite a different way.
I think there's massive possibilities, and it brings everybody together. So I'm really pleased with the process.
Yeah.
I know it's a long journey, but it's an exciting journey.
Yeah.
And I think we've got a good team of people that we can actually work with and alongside to make it go forward.